Hello everyone, it's Shintobean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards, and in this video I'll be accepting a challenge from one of my subscribers who challenged me to do a video on my 3 favorite Warlords and Bodyguards. And it's a pretty tough call to choose just the top 3 cards. With so many cards in the game, you can see in the collection actually now shows the exact number of cards. I have 518 cards apparently. That I own out of 536. You can actually see the cards that you don't own now here. I have the cards in my collection here arranged from most expensive to least expensive. But yeah, we'll start off with the Warlords, and yeah, I'll just pick 3 of my personal favorites. They're not necessarily the strongest Warlords. Same goes with the Bodyguards I'll choose later, but they're just kind of personal favorites. So yeah. In 3rd place, I'm going to have to go with the Space Marine Warlord Logan Grimnar. I know historically he's not been one of the strongest warlords. He has been buffed several times over time. Most recently, he actually got another boost to his melee, so he now deals a lot of damage. He's got a lot of health, so he hits really hard. He's often able to kill the enemy warlord when he deploys, at least when you've got him at this level. So he's very strong, but his special rule is one of the most satisfying ones when you get it to combo, when you're able to cleave through like multiple enemies in a single turn. That's always a lot of fun. So it's fun to sort of set up those combos with him, and I really enjoy his playstyle. Alright, and in 2nd place, I'm going to have to go with the old Avatar of Kane. This thing recently got reskinned with a new model. It looks menacing and powerful, as it should. It has another pretty powerful special rule, which it's kind of tricky to use it in the most efficient way, but I think I've come up with a pretty good deck to use with it that is pretty reliable. So it's a lot of fun. You can get your melee units dealing massive amounts of damage, and that's what I like to do in this game. So, again, the Avatar itself is one of the most expensive warlords, so once it hits the field, it's going to be swinging for tons of damage. So, just another really fun melee warlord to use. Alright, and then in 1st place, I'm just going to have to go with probably the best warlord in the game, I think. And that is Inquisitor Greyfax, just because she has the most flexible special rule. You can use any combination of units, as long as you have a lot of leftover points so that they get a really big buff to their stats. So I guess the more expensive units in the Servants of the Emperor roster don't really combo with her. It's more the cheaper cards. But the Warlord herself has all 3 attack types, and she's quite strong once she hits the field. I personally like running the Custodies, just running a couple strong melee units. Once again, I do really like melee, so once she enters the battlefield, she can use a charged up ranged or psychic attack to finish off the enemy warlord. But yeah, those are my top 3 warlords. Now moving on to the bodyguards, this is actually a lot more difficult because there's just so dang many of them. But we'll just go with some of the more beefy, expensive cards because, let's be real, those are the funnest ones to use. So Berserkers are a lot of fun. And I'm going to have to go with some Tyranid representation here. The Carnifex. This thing used to be just a really terrible card. It had just a really bad trait. It was Deathblow with it. And with its low starting attack, Deathblow was just not a good fit for it. But then they switched it to Berserk, and all of a sudden it became a really good card. It has tons of health, which you want on a Berserker. And so it can end up dealing crazy amounts of damage. Now, it doesn't combo as well with the Tyranid Warlords as maybe some of the other Berserkers for other factions, but still, it is one of the better Berserkers in the game, I think. So it's definitely a fun one to use. Next, we're just going to keep going with the big damage dealers. Barrage is a really great trait, and the Transcendent is just an amazing card. for the Necron faction. Just trying to represent as many factions in this video as I can. So yeah, for the Necrons, I don't actually play as Necrons much these days, but when I do like using this guy. He has massive ranged attack as well as a melee attack at this level. So just crazy amounts of damage every turn with that one. And then finally, for the number 1 best bodyguard in the game, I've mentioned this in a lot of other videos, but we're gonna have to go with this Chaos Greater Demon, the Keeper of Secrets, which has all 3 attack types and Fear. And Fear, again, is the most efficient when on a high health unit. And so the Keeper of Secrets is actually the most expensive card with Fear in the game, which also just makes it the strongest. It's very difficult to kill, and it's just able to answer against any attack type. So all around, just a really powerful demon that you can throw in probably almost any Chaos deck, and it will do well. So those are my top 3 bodyguards and top 3 warlords, just personal favorites. So let me know what your top 3 choices are. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.